Okay, you guys, you sisters of mine that are in this political documentary, you gotta understand, I'm really, really, really lonely. Okay, nobody will be my friend. You know what I do for fun? I do these documentaries that I'm recording now. I do them for fun. That's my whole life. My whole life is my computer. Okay, create a card game, and they don't even fucking play it because I have nobody to play with, so I have no fucking fun. You guys just think it's going to be about the documentary? No, I'm saying that because that's what I think you guys are into, and it's anything to get you guys to spend some time with me. Shit, I am your family member. Maybe we record a tournament like we can do. Okay? I prefer doing a tournament as opposed to the documentary. Okay? I'm more stimulated by playing card games than I am doing political documentaries. I just need to know that I'm loved and cared about. Do you guys even care about me? Because it doesn't come across that you do. Okay, I can randomize packs and you guys can read the synopsis that I created. Okay, it's like let me get the synopsis. Okay, so sisters of mine that are Hollywood. My older sisters, not my own age sisters, no, my older sisters. Bring ID with you. Each one of you bring $20 because that's what it's going to cost for you to come visit me overnight. Okay, and then you pay $20 a day each day that you're over here. And you can stay with me as long as I need you to. As long as there's 30 people, there's a couple people, management's not going to complain. Okay, especially if you tell them that we're working on a project together. It's a card game, and we're trying to finalize the rules and stuff. And we're creating a like a tournament structure. Okay, I'm willing to fund your free booster draft. Okay, I can take the decks apart. Okay, there are 512 cards here. Okay, each pack is like 10 cards. Okay, and you got to draft characters. You got to draft the max characters that you can draft is like 10, and we'll make it like 10 characters and play, and you win the game. Okay, two riddles solved, you win the game instead of three. Okay, so let me explain this game. Setting up a game. Okay, this is my version of a synopsis. Deck must contain exactly 52 cards if it's sealed of it. I mean, if it's constructed. If it's sealed, deck must contain 30 cards. No more than 3 copies. Okay, and if you draft more copies, yeah, feel free to use them. If you got 5 a card, feel free to use all 5 cards. Okay, if you only get 1, feel free to use 1. Okay? No ousted cards, which that is not a rule in the drafts, only in the constructed tournaments. No more than 2 copies of reserved cards. So I got to recreate a banned and restricted list basically. Exactly 16 characters. If it's draft, it's 10 characters. Once you have your deck, you may only construct evil or holy allies. That means you are only drafting for sin or turn of event. You cannot draft both. Only sins or turn events in each deck. Choose one or the other. Holy Alliance and Holy Alliance. Sit at a table. Use Christian etiquette manners. No foul language or rude or lewd conduct over a game. Shuffle your deck. Follow these 4 steps, or follow these steps after drawing 4 cards initially. Okay, so you draw your 4 cards. Um, Sins may be played anytime by pulling ties. Pulling ties. Okay, each turn you're allowed to play 3 ties face down, and that is basically your mana. You get 3 mana every turn, up to 3 mana every turn. Okay, and pulling ties basically means you remove them, you set them off to the side, and you're able to play the card according to the cost. Okay, turn events may be played anytime by turning characters right side up from sideways. All characters turned right side up, um, And then at the beginning of every turn, they're turned sideways, meaning they're active to play a turn of event. Okay? Ties play up to 3 face down each one of your turns. The knowledge step, then you draw 2 cards. After you draw 4, then you're drawing 2. Then your intuition step, pulling ties lower right corner of character cards, or sin or riddle cards. Barter trade, and with characters, it's or with turn events, it's the characters that produce the mana by turning all of them right side up, or with sins and characters and riddles, it's by burning the ties that you have face down. Barter trade. Add up all characters' total numbers. Together, whoever has the lowest total wins. The opponent must forfeit all characters in their land. How to play. Follow steps. Play 3 ties. Draw 2 cards. Intuition step is the main step where you can play characters and riddles. Sins and turn events can be played at any time. But characters and riddles you have to play during your main step. Your intuition step. Barter trade is where you total the number of the total, and off to the center left, that number right there, that's how much you add up on all the characters. And whoever has the lowest total wins the barter trade, and they get all the opposing characters on their side. Okay. Win conditions. Resolve successfully 3 riddles or control at least 15 characters at any time. If it's a draft, it's 2 riddles and 10 characters. Okay? Tie, and you must run exactly 10 characters in your draft. You got to draft exactly 10. If you draft more than 10, you can only use 10. Okay? Ties. Face down cards, your wisdom zone. Wisdom zone is your hand. So you can play up to 3 from your hand, which is your wisdom zone, at the beginning of your turn, and only play up to 3. Okay? Pulling tie is a separate zone of burn, banish, pile that resurrects or comes back during the beginning of every turn, not just yours, theirs too. Once used or spent, it disappears until the next turn. Okay, and at the beginning of every turn, every player gets their tides back. Tides are used to play characters, sins, and riddles. Characters. Pulling ties, the cost of the ties that you have to pull is in the lower right-hand corner. Okay. Then we've got card types are character, riddle, sins, and turn of events. Once again, 15 characters in your land wins the game. Solving 3 riddles wins the game if it's constructed. 2 riddles if it's booster. Or 10 characters if it's booster. Sins affect gameplay immediately. May be played at any time by pulling the number of ties. The number of ties on sin cards is to the center left. Turn events are played at any time, but must detis, which means turn every character right side up. If all characters are already detist or turned right side up, you must wait to play a turn of event. Turn events take effect immediately. That means you do exactly what it says right there on the spot. Okay. Burn, banish, pile are the same zone, and they're the discard pile. Okay. Card types. Characters are black with white lettering. And they have a lower right corner triangle with a cost number pulling ties. Center left is for barter trade. Lowest total among all characters possesses all of the opponent's characters at once. Purple cards are your riddle cards. You solve 3 and win. Center left circle is how many ties you must pull. Riddle cards may only be played during intuition step. Sins are red cards. Okay, and same thing. Center left is the cost. Turn of events are blue up top, blank in the middle, so white in the middle, and then bottom is black. Okay, with white lettering. Okay. So then, yep, and that's it. let me show you the character sins, tournaments, and riddles. This is a character. This is what they look like. They say character right off to the side right there. They say character. Okay? Riddle, same thing. Right there, but they're purple with yellow lettering. Turn of events look like this, and they say turn of event right there. And sin cards are the red cards, and they say sin right there, where my finger was, right there. They say sin. Okay. Right here is the cost of the sin. Okay, that's how much it costs. That's the six sin costs 5. Okay. Depends on how many. This depends on you detissing, turning right side up every character that you control to play one tournament. Riddle is right here, same thing. Cost is 6 on that specific one. Okay, this triangle right here is how much the barter trade is. This circle number, or no, I'm sorry. This is how much it costs. The circle number right here is how much it adds up total for the game. Okay, I mean for the barter trade. Anyways, this is my rendition. Let's play a game. Let's get together. Let's do something fun. Okay, I can only have like 2 or 3 of you up in here that are Hollywood sisters of mine. Ones that I know aren't gonna hurt me, like Jennifer Banko, Kristen Stewart, people like that with that kind of heart. Rose McGowan, because they won't hurt me. Don't send Alyssa Malone, people like her. No. Send people who are soft, calm, delicate, and gentle. Tell me, you're freaking the fuck out. Calm down. You are safe. Okay? Because I don't have company, because I can't trust people. This is a big trust factor. So I'm trying to branch into it softly so that I can learn, okay, I can trust people again. Joe Seavey, my dad, I'd love to sit down and play my card game with you. Like, Mem, it would be a blessing to be able to play my card game with you. You're like the only male that I will trust. You guys do it? You guys show that you guys love me, care about me, give me kindness and affection. I would really appreciate it. If it's politics, no, Joe, don't come if it's politics. Because you're married and I don't want to do politics with you. My dad, no. I only want to do politics with my older sisters. Like sisters that were between 26 and 43 years old. Because Jennifer Banko's 43. The youngest, 26. Okay? And I prefer not doing documentaries. That's all people care about is documentaries. They don't care about card games that are in. No, all they care about is fucking documentaries that all the females will be in. Okay, let's do a clean documentary like booster drafting, and it's intellectual, and that's how we get stimulated more is intellectual. We don't like doing documentaries. We'd rather sit down and talk and have coffee, have cupcakes, eat food, sit down, relax, have a good time. Okay, we want those kind of documentary, not hey let's uh let's discuss this form of politics right now. Okay, we want people that are like, okay, yeah, let's play a card game instead of talk politics because we talk politics all fucking life against our will, and we're fucking sick of it. So let's do a card game instead of talking politics. Jennifer, are you down? If I win the card game, you lock in identification relocation program for you and I. You and I are the ones that go into identification relocation program. We were the ones that were fucked over the most. Jennifer, I want to be with you as a solid protector. For me, I need you. Thanks.